Cuando arrestaron a mi esposo, no supe qué hacer. Me sentí agobiada y estresada. Entonces llamé a la fianzadora Eden Belbons y me ayudaron con todo el proceso de la fianza. Y en tan solo algunas horas, mi esposo estuvo de nuevo en casa. Eden Belbons también te puede ayudar.
Para casos de la ciudad, casos del condado, el estado y casos juveniles, llama al 239-2221. Vea nuestro anuncio en el Nacional.
I can't imagine the United States without immigration. How we work, how we make machines, how we farm, how we do different things. All of those methods have come usually from an immigrating culture that they bring their own unique flavor. And it's what makes our country very great and very competitive. Historically, it's been about 0.62% of our population. So a little less than 1% of our population come in as new immigrants each year. Today, it's 0.34. So it's about half what it has been historically. We need to respect the rule of law. We need to have good legal paths for people to enter the country and become American citizens, or to come here and work, or to have permanent residencies so that they can study or that they can do business. We've been examining the issue of DACA and border security really as two prongs of a problem. Those that are registered, it's a known number, 835,000. They came to the country as minors, no choice of their own. Two presidents now, President Obama and President Trump, have recognized that. And they said, look, we're going to prevent these children from being deported, but we don't have the authority to make them permanent residents. That is the authority of Congress. And so both presidents are correct in those statements. When we have seen failures in Congress with the immigration policy, it's because they've tried to restrict the legal paths of immigration, and they've tried to monkey around with other things other than fix DACA, secure the border. Oklahoma has been fortunate with our economic sustained growth since 2008. It's averaged about 4%, which is better than most of the nation. Part of that has been because of our oil and gas industry. We often hear criticisms from legislatures, both federally in Congress or state at the state capitol. And I think sometimes that we put too much restriction to disallow the judges to use their judgment. That, okay, if here's the situation, it doesn't matter who the individuals are or what the circumstances were, 100% of the time you have to do this. That's the law. So a judge gets it and they look at it and they go, my hands are tied. And then they put them in jail. When there could have been a solution, we're seeing female incarceration that is one of the highest in the country. This is a problem. It's also a problem because many times the female population will have children as single mothers. So when they're in prison, who cares for the children? Well, then they go into foster care. You're spending the money to imprison them. You're spending the money to try to care for those children. And all of that could have been probably handled in a different way if the laws had a little more latitude on a case-by-case. What I'm saying is we have three equal branches of government: legislative, executive, and judiciary. We need to let the judiciary be the judiciary sometimes. The state needs a leader just like any business needs a leader, nation, whatever. If you have a leader that inspires, that brings out the best in people, that builds a team, that gets people on a unified vision, the leader can step away from that and a lot of the things will take care of itself because people are inspired to do the work. And that's what Oklahoma needs in its leaders. I look at all of the things that have happened with the river, all of the things that have happened with land development. And all of that is growing and fusing right on into Capitol Hill. It doesn't mean that, the Hispanic community has to abandon its cultural traditions at all. They can embrace them. You can see the improvement. Abandoned buildings are no longer abandoned, and they're improving the business, putting modern stuff in. What I've tried to do in my office is let people know that our office is available to help people sort out immigration issues with their visas. It's a place where they can call and get assistance. Those services are free if they contact our office. But people don't know that a lot of times, and they're afraid. But if they contact, we are able to and have dealt and assisted people. That's what we should do, to connect them to the people in government that can assist them with that. And I think that that's very, very important.